Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another 10 Car Tuesday episode, and today we're going to take a look at some Hot Wheels Hondas, the majority of which are going to be this S2000 casting. We have 5 of these to look at, so let's get right into it here. This one is a 2011 new model, so the debut of the casting in yellow, which is a very appropriate color for the S2000. I think it looks the best in yellow. Just one of those cars that looks great in yellow. And normally I'm not a big fan of yellow cars, but yeah, anyway, this one looks good. So 2011 was its debut. It's a Ryu Asada casting, of course. It says R Asada right across here. We've seen this casting out a number of times. Obviously, I've got 5 of them to look at today. So it's been in the 2011 mainline. 2012, it got the Super Treasure Hunt treatment. It's been in the 13 mainline, and then it was in the Cool Classics, where I think it was the first time it had a metal base. It's had a Kmart exclusive in 2015, actually. We'll get to that in a second. Let's look at the other... Here's another color for 2011. I think the only color I'm missing, I think it might be like red or something like that. And there might be like some weird wheel variation or something in there. I'm not really sure. But so these, the first 2 that we're looking at here are probably going to be my favorite of the bunch. Of course, like I said, the car looks good in yellow. The nice thing about them is they got headlight detail and tail light detail. You know, what you want in a basic car. That's weird that came in the package on there. Silver one actually might look a little bit nicer. If I was to actually buy one and drive it, I think I'd probably want the silver one, even though I think the car looked great in yellow, like I said. But pretty cool right there. So yeah, so 2015, I think I've got both of those. So this one in white. Open that one up. This one has the headlights but no taillights. And then it's got the teen livery kind of thing going on with it, with the white and green splatter. All these, of course, are going to have plastic base, plastic tires, metal body. So yeah, 2015 Kmart. And then in 2016, it got that 30th Collectors Convention. I think it was the dinner car, if I remember correctly. That's a nice one. Then we've seen it in Fast and the Furious series, I think a couple of those, and then it was in the Honda 70th Anniversary series, which was at Walmart. I think almost all of these cars, I think all of these castings that we're going to look at today were in that Honda 70th Anniversary series. We did also see the S2000 in the Car Culture Street Tuner series, and then it got an RLC release in 2019 as well. And then it was also in the 2020 mainline, which we're going to take a look at one of those too. This is I believe this one is the Kmart exclusive. S2000. 2015. Looks kind of nice. I don't know. Green window. Kind of interesting. Again, you get headlights. Same graphic arrangement as this one, so nothing on the tail, and then it's a nice kind of like darker gray color, which looks pretty good on it. I don't know what you guys think about that one. I think it looks better than the white one. It's darker gray one, even with the green windows. And then we got one for 2020, and I'm not sure if it's coming out in any other colors in 2020. I'm guessing it's going to have more than just this yellow one. And maybe it already has, and I already missed it, but there's like a sub-series in the 2020 mainline for Honda. This is number 4 of 5. And this one's in yellow, G-Ready. Tampos, it looks okay. The wheels look, decent on it. If you were to pick a yellow one, though, definitely this one would win out for me. It looks all right on those wheels. It's not too bad. But I think out of all 5 of these cars, I honestly like this one the best, I think. Let me know what you guys think. And there's some cooler versions of this casting that are out. I do have the RLC one. I've got like that orange RLC one. I think I was able to get that with my Hot Wheels Collector Club, whatever rewards at the end of the year. I think it was last year. I was able to pick one of those up. So I did snag one. It's a nice looking car. Not the best RLC release of that year, but pretty cool. Yeah, it's not bad. Honda S2000. All right, what should we look at next? Let's look at this goofy thing, Honda Monkey. So, Honda Monkey Z70. It's not often that, I mean, Hot Wheels doesn't do a ton of motorcycles, but they do a few. This one I think is from 2016 mainline, might have been. If not that, it was 2017. I don't know for sure. I think the only difference you're ever going to see on these things is the color of the little tank on here. So Hot Wheels motorcycles are okay. It's just that, you know, obviously they're not to scale or even close to scale. They're very, very large compared to 1/64 scale. You know, that'd be some giant guy's motorcycle there. But I get it. I mean, that's what they have to do to make these things, you know, basically a toy. There's a lot of metal in this casting. The whole, you know, assemblage here down here is metal. The only thing like really plastic on it is the seat, which is actually a one-piece connection with the handlebars. The handlebars are a plastic that seems pretty flexible and wouldn't be too easy to break off, it appears. And it's held together by one rivet, which is the tank, creates the rivet, goes through here, that pushes down the seat and handlebars. And then, of course, the wheels. And, of course, the base is like a two-piece base as well. Not sure, I guess, how this is all linked together now that I'm looking at it. Because obviously the base has to be two pieces because it connects together and the wheels are within. At least that's what it looks like. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not two pieces. Maybe there's a post and they just rivet it. I don't know. Anyway, I've never taken one apart. I guess to drill it apart, you'd have to drill here, you'd have to drill here and here. Now to pull this little thing apart. It's kind of an interesting little casting. It's kind of cool. And it's, I guess it was semi-popular when it came out. I think people dug it. So there you go. There's that. All right. So that one's come out just a few times. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 mainline. So it's been in a lot of mainline releases. The next one we'll take a look at. Why not? Let's do this guy, Honda Odyssey. So this is from the Pop Culture release for Street Fighter V. Man, I played a lot of Street Fighter 2 as a kid. A lot. Hours and hours and hours and hours of Street Fighter 2. Trying to beat it on the hardest difficulty possible. So fun for Super Nintendo when I was a kid. But anyway, this Honda Odyssey, this one is the last release of it, 2018 Pop Culture. It was also in 2018 Car Culture, Cargo Carriers. And that's like the premium version of this. So there is two different versions of the tooling. This is the one obviously with a metal base, metal body. It's got like what appears to be like a luggage carrier kind of thing up on top or whatever that makes up the moonroof or whatever you want to call it. And, you know, rubber tires, premium treatment, full deco on this one. Looks like you got Blanca and Dulcine. And, yep, so full detail. Not the best version of it because of the wild graphics and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, though. And the best one's probably going to be the one from the Cargo Carriers series. That's the best. And then it was in mainline releases, so 16, 17, and 18, and that's a slightly different tooling, but it's the same Honda Odyssey. So that's cool. This is a casting I'll probably collect any variation that comes out, unless they start putting it out in a ton of pop culture releases. That to me does get annoying. I like the Supervan, for instance, and the only thing they ever put it out in is basically pop culture. So, yeah. And then, you know, I'm not really into cars like this with all the wild graphics and stuff on the side. It just, it's not what I collect. I don't collect stuff for pop culture. Some people do. I mean, there's definitely a market for that. For people that collect it, if you're a big fan of Street Fighter. And I was a big fan of Street Fighter, and I thought about hanging on to this whole series, but yeah, I just don't know. So I'll hang on to this one for a while. All right. That's that. And let's look at some Civics. I got this on a shorty. Honda Civic SI 2006 first editions. Honda Civic SI. All right. This one's got... it doesn't have faster than everywhere else. It's got the regular ones. So let's go ahead and take it out of the package. So this one came out in 2006, obviously. It was the first edition. I'm sure there's a bunch of different versions of it for 2006 with different wheels and all sorts of stuff. They did a lot of variations of cars in 2006, 2007. Some with faster than ever wheels, some without them, and then like a bunch of different wheel variations. They released almost 5 different versions of every new model casting, I think. So there's a lot of them. And this one's been in a lot of different series. It's been in, the main line, of course, a few times. Modern Classics it got released in. And then the fire rods, cop rods, military rods, it was in that set of things. More mainline stuff, 5-packs, Boulevard, 2012. So I don't think I have any version of this with a metal base. And I'm pretty sure the Boulevard and Modern Classics, and possibly even the military fire rods and cop rods releases, I think may have had the metal base. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too, now that I'm looking at this. This was in, like I said before, all these castings I think were in the 2018 70th anniversary Honda series, including this one. This one was also in there too. So it was not in the main line in 2018. It was in that Honda series. That was available at Walmart. It might have been other places too, but here at least in Walmart. The tooling itself, it's not bad. It's a little goofy that it's got that chrome interior, of course. A little wild. But it's kind of a cool little casting. I don't know. It's a tuner. It's dropped. It's got looks like what appears to be an aftermarket stereo system in the back. Got the big wing and stuff. And it's not a bad looking car. Not terrible. Alright, and then lastly, this is probably my favorite of this grouping. And the Odyssey is my favorite casting, but this is these are going to be my favorite releases just because the Odyssey's got all those crazy graphics on it. So this is the 1990 Honda Civic EF. This particular one's from 2014 when it was a brand new casting in this nice kind of teal color, which looks great. So 2014 mainline was its debut. And this is it. Having trouble recalling if it was in another color that same year. I think it was like a red, maybe. I don't know. You guys know. But nothing on the back there. But we do get some side detail that is somewhat necessary for this car. And then headlight detail. So that looks pretty good. The only thing that's missing really is the back. It's a really nice looking casting. I think it's done really well. So again, we've seen this a few times. It's all been mainline, except for that Honda series. It has had a Kmart exclusive. It's had a Zamac, so it's gotten that special treatment, and it's had a Super Treasure hunt. So it's gotten all that special treatment, but it has not had any premium release. It's always been done with a plastic base. And always plastic tires except for the Super Treasure Hunt. It would be kind of cool to see it get a metal base version, I think. I think that's a casting that's worthy of it. You guys can let me know. And this version looks really nice. This version looks pretty good too. This is from 2015. There is a Zamac version of this. I do have that in my collection as well. And I think that car, that's still kind of an expensive one to get on eBay. The Zamac Honda Civic. So, and we've seen it straight, I think it skipped 2016, but we've seen it released every year from 2014 well, I guess until now 2020 either. So it skips 2016 and may have possibly skipped, I think, skipped 2020. They haven't been overdoing it with this casting, which is nice. But I do wish, or I do hope that they would put it in a premium line and give it some premium treatment. I think it would look really nice with full deco and getting that premium treatment of a metal base and some Real Rider tires. So, I mean, the Super looks okay, but it's kind of weird because it's white. It's like a pearl white, which is just kind of goofy. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this casting. I think it's a cool one. And that's it. That's 10 cars for 10 Car Tuesday. I'm going to go ahead and just say my favorites here. I'm going to say this one's my favorite, probably of the episode. Second favorite would be this one right here. And I guess if we got to pick a third, we'll pick this guy as a third. This thing, if it had, if it was just purple even, I would be a much bigger fan of it. But you know how it goes. All right. That's going to be it for this episode. So thank you guys very much for watching another 10 Car Tuesday episode. Please check out the playlist. There are plenty of these episodes to watch. I really appreciate you subscribing to the channel, of course, and watching the videos. I really appreciate it. So thank you guys very much, and we'll see you in the next one.